where that could have gone if I had played something normal, something simple. I don't know. Let's see. In game, we're at we're even further down. What move number was that? 42. Yeah. Before I paused here, maybe stopping here would be better. Everything's separated. Everything's split. This is 42. Over here, this is white creates a big wall while black gets territory. I think maybe this move, I really didn't want to be just pushing from behind, right? That actually gives black the opportunity to do this right now, right? Because there's no cut here. That doesn't work out. Didn't want to be just pushing like this, right? And letting this, well, maybe now there is, so I guess he couldn't have done that. But I don't know. I didn't want to be, right, solidifying black on the 4th line, just because that feels like a lot of points. There's not much that I can do from this side. You know, this is black's most passive thing to do in retaliation. But maybe, you know, considering group not settled, you know, white over here, black over here, and I'm looking at the 2-space mixed base thing. What do you call this? 2-space mixed extension. The mixed 2-space extension. That is, I think, what you call this, right? Stone on the 3rd line, 2 spaces, stone on the 4th line. Maybe I should just play like normal, because this actually, well, I mean, this looked like a great result for white, right? This one, whoops, I am just not good at scrolling through my things. At this stage, this is, I mean, maybe I want to fix my shape in a fashion. It looks kind of weird for white, but maybe not bad. Maybe I think that that's actually pretty cool. Because the result that we did get here, the result that I expected to get was something along these lines, right? In which case, this is no longer really a threat. Yeah, there's like this. But I'm comfortable with something like this. Whoa, maybe I shouldn't be, actually. Considerations to make after the game. Things that I shouldn't be comfortable with. This has all kinds of cutting points, right? This, these stones were these cuts to be made. There's 3 liberties here, right? This cut is very deadly because of this. I mean, I know that, like, these are lonely stones that, you know, there's not exactly a ladder here. But maybe I should not have been happy with the thing that I was trying to get. Because that's what I was going for, and I think that the result that we got was actually better for white than my own nasty plan that doesn't make things work out that great. This is not the shape that you're going for, right? This guy, I don't know if there's a name for that. Namely because of, hey, I could use a different tool. Namely because of these cuts. Let's get back to it. So those are some of my ideas. Mostly I wanted to build a wall on top of him, right? If I can give him as much 3rd line territory as possible, right? Not 4th line territory, because that's my idea of how to win. You wouldn't like giving him 3rd line territory, not 4th line. Then I can make my base my group, I can make my group much safer. Black gets the poke through immediately. I really didn't want to do this. He's out, right? There's no way to seal him in. This stone is doing nothing. He's safe. So 2 things, he's out and he's safe. This group is still freaking out. a lot. So then we get into the fighting pattern, right? I was really interested in what happens here. Because I didn't know what happened there. It looks like white just dies, right? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Oh, I'm actually surprised that black didn't do this. And that he did this instead. Because I was basically banking on this being something. On there being an Atari here that's worth something. But there wasn't. Funny enough, good to know. No, there wasn't, right? Because there's even just this. Which is like, if I fight from this side, I'm really worried about this. I can't tell if this is going to get anything. If I fight from this side, okay, now black has a big thing that looks really nice. And my wall's not looking great. Things to improve on. Reading. For both me and my opponent, right? Because this situation is just... This looks ideal for black. Now these two stones are, right? Like, this is maybe the best way to connect them, which doesn't even... Never mind. Gotta read. Reading's hard, so black played here. And now, maybe this is the game-losing moment, right? If black plays here, things are looking good. Perhaps the best thing white can do is... That's gonna lead to nothing. Is this, right? Make this more of a wall. Things like this. Making this a little bit more of a wall. I don't know. Maybe not this exactly, but the idea of creating a bunch of influence, coming here, making a framework. That's my idea. Maybe that would have been the best thing that I could have done, in which case, black's safe and fine here. He even has moves like this, or he doesn't even have to be that close to the chest, right? Jumping out somehow, because this connection cannot be made. I mean, it can be severed, though, so maybe not exactly that. But, yeah, at this point, I think black looks much better. White's looking pretty bad. Let's continue with the game. Hi, Rick Sagara. What are you sorry for? I actually don't know what he's talking about. No, that wasn't being facetious or anything. Let's see. Black jumping up. Smart, normal things, trying to run away. This was a really tense situation. So this was probably the first time that my blood started to rush through my body really quickly. Because I'm nervous, right? This is an isolated group. This is an isolated group. Black has moves like this. Oh my god. Black has moves like this. I know it's not black's turn right now. And he does have to do this. He can't just leave, you know, this little itty bit of exposed things. But I was really nervous, just gonna say. Can you show variation with G3? Yeah, where were we? Oh, that is an interesting thought, isn't it? Let's just go to, can I find it? I found it. Okay. Let's find out. That's a good question. Whoa. Huh. I guess this is like the most... Wow, what? Oh, is that a Tasuji? Not even though. What? Whoa. That was a very good question, Rick Sagara. I did not look at that thoroughly. Right? Whoop. Oh no, I totally just... There's no back button. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so immediately, I mean, black has the one choice to give this up and make sure that he's not losing these stones whatsoever, so that he's totally getting this. Other things include being like, no, this stone is going to die. I don't think white has any other choice than to keep playing this way. If white plays here, wow, maybe I'm not looking at things. No, I guess there's this. Well, yeah, that would happen. Okay, so there is this, to which black has this, and then I think, I mean, natural moves include playing on top or jumping in this direction, in which case black gets this move, and is not in great shape, but it's not like it's exactly a net, right? Is this not exactly a net? Because there are weird, ugly, crazy things inside all that. It looked better to me to play this, right? This is a stronger move. If you play this, I guess this is the obvious answer, the obvious retaliation, to just keep this nice and snug. If nothing else, it's the proper move, right? Whereas this is a bit stronger, because it's coming down on these, right? Even if black wants to do that, well, he can't, there's a ladder. Or maybe better would be ladder on the inside, right? So that's that move. Here, you don't think on these moves. No, I don't. I just run through variations as quickly as my mind can come up with them. Because I just, that's a thing. I mean, this is not where black would want to be. Things that I'm considering include this, and by I'm considering, I mean the thought popped into my head. I don't think that is anything. There's this, and then, whoa. Wow, so pretty much anything with G3 is, I think, forcing black to play this move at some point, right? If white's coming out here, then this move is immediately a thing, right? And this is black dying, right? Is this anything but black dying? And then if black comes here and plays this move, wow, these are gone. That's really interesting. I like that G3 was legit. I like it. I like it. I need to let that marinate with me so that I can see these moves and think about them, and see them more intuitively. Hopefully they get ingrained into my psyche in such a way that I can't not see them, by just being here. I know, Rick Sagara. I'm working on it. It's hard. It's really hard. Okay, now that we're out of this pool of variations, which is very interesting, don't get me wrong, black's doing the forced move. I came up, other things included this, but I was nervous about this, right? This is a bad thing. Eep. Eep. Okay. So I wanted to keep tight to this guy also, so that's nice. Dual purpose, hard to cut through, and staying tight on the black stick. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should think more about my moves. That's actually a thing that I should do when I'm reading, and just slowly approach a problem. So we played this guy out for the two eye creating stones. Right now it's harder for black to poke out our eyes. We have more of eye shape. Playing moves like this guy to make sure that black can't play through it, right? The difference between black playing there and white playing there is night and day. Oh, night and day. Really don't want to get, you know, surrounded on 3 sides like this. So there we have this. Really surprised that black did not play here and take away the corner, right? Because this is a place where you can't, there's no reclaiming the corner as white, right? This double Hane isn't gonna go so well. Why don't I think? Why don't I think before I say things? Okay, let's think. Let's think. How would this double Hane go? Let's read through it. Let's look. We can't Atari because we have this shortage of liberties on this combined with this. Perhaps this is our best bet, right? And then being forced to come back here and play the shape move. I don't think white can take this away, right? There's no taking away our eyes at this point. But without, I'm going too far back. Without that, right? White getting to play here. Now this is a mess. Now this is more than a mess. Yeah, double Hane. Thank you, Rick Cigar. You should just be like helping me out the whole time, right? Be my buddy. Help me read things because I'm not good at reading. That's a nice thing that I like about going through afterward, is that I have time to read, right? I'm not treating it like I have time to read. What am I doing? But I do. I do have time to read, right? This double Hane is looking good because this is not viable whatsoever. I mean, if you want to not follow this up and just play here, then I think this. I think, oh dear, maybe not, because right, you can't. Things are looking bad. Whoops, not. This is where I meant to go. This, right? This is your Atari followed up by extending as black, that is. Not going super well, if you followed up like this. So probably the most sane thing to do, if we're going to be sane, is to just play this way directly. I think this is a fine black variation. Compared to what he actually did in the game, which was to play the shape point first. I think this is not the biggest deal in the world, but it's losing a few points, right? It's losing a few points. If white plays anywhere else, this is just an example, then we go back into the same variation from a different angle. When white plays the order of moves wrong, you're so right, Rick Sagara. Solve more problems and don't hurry. Let's take a deep breath. I feel like I'm in just like a I'm in a mode, right? Like I just played a game that was like kind of fast paced, and now I'm stuck in a mode. I need to like mold my mind to get out of that mode. Let's think. Let's rearrange things so that we can be in a thinking state of mind, because that's what Go is all about. Is thinking about things, namely moves, namely where stones should and could go. I think I much prefer the other order of moves, just because here, now white's getting, yeah, it's absolutely losing a corner. Now white's getting all this. After this move, he's even forced to play one more move, right? If white gets, say, this move, 2 eyes are less than secure. I don't see how white has any business playing d3 when the whole left side is free. Well, for one, I think it's Sente. I believe that D3 is Sente because when black didn't play there first, he's giving this up, right? You know, assuming that black doesn't play his other move that he played in game right here. And then where are two eyes coming from, right? If we I don't know, if white plays something like this, is this poking out eye shape? I believe it very much is. In which case black is dead, and you don't want to be dead. J1, right, no, J1 is my imaginary move. J1 is my black tenukis and white plays here move, right? That's my illustrative move, I guess. So I think D3 is Sente because it's limiting eye shape. And black really needs eye shape if he's to live in this space of, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. Don't hurry, black can really make dead group. Wait, I actually don't understand what that means. Don't hurry, black can really make dead group. I feel like maybe there's a comma somewhere in there that I don't know where it is. Black can really make dead group? Or... okay, not gonna read too much into it. So this is black. Yeah, this is black dying. This is black playing a move. Looking at D3 as a Sente move. Right, F2 can die. Granted, black doesn't play here, right? But then, I mean, once you play here, like, what? There's just I mean, there's like craziness going on if white throws in there. If white wants to throw in, say, anywhere else, I mean, there's... maybe this is like... whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, white has to play something over there. No stop, says Rick Sagara. I'm gonna call this alive. I'm gonna call this a Sente move. This is alive. There aren't throw-ins here. Except maybe there is. Okay. Let's continue looking at after K2, E2. That's what he meant. Well, I'll be damned. Never mind. This. This is an interesting thing, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. I never would have seen that in a million years. Just H1. And there it is. And then it's not even ko, right? Look at this, not even ko. Oh my god. Well, I spoke too soon. I absolutely spoke too soon. Oh my, that is... wow. It might be ko. It very much might be ko, right? Because at this point, if we actually read, we see that white wants to do this and live. And then we have a ko, which makes things interesting all of a sudden, right? White has ko threats. If we just look at ko threats, there's this one for taking these guys. I know that this is only 4 points, but it's also the life of this over here, right? Very likely. So that one's interesting. Are there ko threats against this? I don't know, because if you play... not really. What are you going to ko for sealing it in? I think black might ignore that one. The corner, I don't know. I think black might just let you play 2 moves over here. To save this down, I don't think there's one move that threatens to do that. Perhaps to seal these guys in also. Something like this. I'd call this a bad ko threat. because you're just letting black make his stuff stronger. Not for free, because it is a threat. It is a threat, right? Let's see. Black co-threats in this situation include, if we can get rid of each of these. Whoops. Hey, come on, go away. Oh, that guy's... Oh, because it's a co, right? Yeah, this is like the biggest co-threat, and it's like 4 stones. This is not a great co-threat. I think black's likely to take this co. Black's co-threats include the cut, threatening to kill all this. Just looking at those 3 alone, I think black has more co-threats than white does. Probably other co-threats around here, threatening to poke out things. Mostly against this group, I'm thinking, and this. May I think about H1? Yes, you may. I'm not sure how to respond to that question. No one's ever asked me, may I think about X? But certainly one way that I see this game going is just this, right? And it's not a big... Oh, always asking for that song asks, why is this a co? Very good question. And it's because of this following sequence. Can you read it out from here? I'm gonna do this sort of thing. Maybe you already said yes. Can you read it out from here? Right, white just played, it's black's turn. This is black's move. Can you read it out from here? Always asking for that song. I know there's a delay, so I'm gonna let that sink in. And by sink in, I mean just play in your speakers. If not, then I imagine you can read it out from here. I'm not getting a response, so I'm going to go ahead and this is the sequence, right? Single liberty, and that's why white doesn't just connect, and it becomes a co. And then, right, this is one possibility, where black lives and white's group no longer has a thing to worry about. Phew. Papa Pishu says L1 for black is better. Oh, just in terms of if we are gonna end this co, right? This is a point of endgame better. Oh, before H1. Okay. So just this whole thing. I see always asking for that song. Right, so black doesn't have to play here. What are some other options he has? This is certainly a delectable one. This does, right, rid this as an I. But then black gets to... Oh, so you're saying maybe it's not a co at all and black's just dead. Wow. Doing things slower, right? Analyzing things slowly. Things that I need to work on. I mean, that would be one possible sequence. Maybe black doesn't even want to do that, but if we do this, it's also the same result. Never mind. What are other options? Rick Cigar, I encourage you to mute me at any time. At any time you'd like, you can just press the mute button, either on your speakers or your computer or Twitch. Other things include black playing the shape move, right? H1 often. The good move for your opponent is the good move for yourself. Ways for white to get rid of this. First instincts. For me, this is one first instinct. Not that my instincts are keen or anything. Right, I'm looking at possibilities. Let's look through this slowly. Let's look through this slowly. I don't know how well this is gonna go. Right? Eesh. I don't know how well this is gonna go. No, maybe that actually goes well. Let's see. Papa Pishu says F1. F1. That is certainly a move, right? And now we have this is what I'm looking at. Let's see. So F1 looks like a pretty sensible move, right? F1 he says against emphatically G3. Can't comment too well with the delay, but can you show the sequence where you got the ko for black? Yes, I can. I know this, the delay is really, ooh, that'll throw you off. Alright, so that sequence is black plays at F3, right? Just, trying to turn this into an I, right? This is the ideal goal. And then when black turns this into an I, white connects, and then here we have our ko. White connects here so that this is made possible, right? And then this happens. That is the sequence. If you want to copy this down onto your own Go board. Papa Pishu is just saying that this is dead. If you play here, I don't know if this. Whoa! Oh! Wow! I see. Okay, there is no ko. This is just gonna die. That's it. As often happens when you have this lovely little shape. Wow, we are getting, there's so much in this one little thing. Let's see if I can find the other one, where black is to play immediately here, and do his best not, well, no, then that's interesting. This would be the solution, right? Is black just being like, no, you don't. Wait, whoops, I misstepped. Here we go. Black doing this whole guy, and then this is white just playing somewhere else because there's no reason for him to be dealing with little endgame things at this point, right? This is going to be a wasted ko threat later in the game. Wow, that's certainly a solution that I did not see at all. These are the types of things that I'm not good at reading. Alright, gonna leave this behind, gonna look at other things. This was me trying to get forcing moves over here. I don't think it worked out. My idea was black tries to connect these either on top or on bottom while I am free to get forcing moves, right? Didn't happen, and actually this looks like it would have been detrimental because now we're looking at just sealing me in, right? N6 for black or for white, Papa Pishu. There's are you looking at this just so that this is alive and sealed in? It's also nice because it's threatening this, right? Now black has to play something like this or this, depending on... I don't think this is just going to short a liberty over here. I think this would be better. But that's like a small little thing. Right, and then we have this, and... Oh, for white to live, says Papa Pishu. Oh, this as a problem for white to live. Because now we're looking at things like this, right? And this is Ooh, that would not work at all. I mean, there's just, this is, oh, so bad. Oh, right. So if white doesn't do anything, I mean, if black doesn't do anything, right, then there's this. Reasons for playing over here first. Yeah, so if this is to happen, then we've got this guy. Right. The things that I do too fast. The things that I do way too fast. And then we've got this guy. Whoa. Let's look at other possibilities. White doesn't want to play here because black captures these. I suppose this is, I mean, I guess he wouldn't play that. So maybe just ending right here. And then black gets to, you know, go play some other move. We don't know. Somewhere. Interesting things for my little 5Q mind to consider. That's one way to live. I don't think black can just poke this out directly, right? Because then white gets to make another eye somewhere else. And I think that's the only other possibility, right? Maybe P5 at P2 for some more points, right? Of course, that's a perfectly legitimate idea, because then there's nothing that black can do here, right? There's this. If he wants to do this, right, that's not going to work. We're going to get our two eyes one way or another. Let's see, other things. So that would have been one interesting way to go. Really, this was me, yeah, trying to be able to push through here without just doing this, right? Isn't this, ugh, this is not how you want things to go, because now you're really getting sealed in. Why didn't you play the ladder, says Papa Pichu. Where, I'm gonna assume, did he mean here? I mean, this is interesting. I mean, it's not great for either side, right? White's got some very weak contact stones over here to black's very strange looking stick. I'm really wondering where he means, why didn't you play the ladder? Did he mean a ladder from this point? Specifically here? Yeah, okay, this guy, right? Where now we have, I mean, right, there's this. Black takes, and if black wants anything, then he's gonna get the strange looking shape, while white just gets out and gets connected. Interesting things to look at. Unfortunately for black, or maybe fortunately actually, I think this is fortunately in this case, he goes ahead and plays P6, right? And that's threatening this little cut here, because if we do something simple like this, now, oh no, everything's going badly. And that's just not exactly where I want to be in that situation. So we play our handy connection to the stones on the side move. This is the connection to the stones on the side move. Black pokes through, and then we get to jump up, right? So now this is black securing quite a bit of territory for himself on the side. Wasn't my intention. I mean, I know I wasn't exactly trying to hold on to the stone, but eesh, I maybe gave him quite a bit there. Turns out it ended up being okay, right? Because this whole deal happens. and then white's out, right? Here black jumps. I don't know how much I like this, right? This is kind of telling white that he can't continue running in this direction. Unfortunately, black has a weak thing here with 4 liberties. I know 4 is not the smallest number in the world, but I think that a move should have come from these stones. He can attack this, but I would have much preferred him attacking it from here. Maybe playing something like this. Maybe playing something a little looser. But I don't know about a little tighter, just because we're not in a great situation for that to happen from black's point of view, right? White has more liberties over here. Black not so much. Reasons why I like that move, and then this move is certainly a possibility. Those are just other things that went through my mind. In this instance, we have black playing, I imagine, trying to get territory in this area while redirecting our stones over here, right? So it's definitely a good idea, right? Make points out of this. Black needs to sacrifice the end. 3 stones, says Rick Sagara, and surely enough, he does. So white gets to loop around these guys while black's making, like, potentially a lot of territory if he makes all this territory on the far right side. Things for him to worry about are white's wall getting, making this whole sphere of influence very big and scary. So black jumps out, to which white gets to put this wall to good use, right? If you're going to try to save these stones, which it looks like this is trying to do, right? This is trying to make a secure connection to these guys. Right, Rick Cigar points out that it's not that big. It's, let's see, yeah, 10 stones. So this is just 20 points. There are bigger points on the board, are there not? This side is empty. This corner is empty. We've got a group over here with which we can do something. This group is not alive yet. We can harass the heck out of it and create, maybe walls facing this area of the board. These are things that I like, because right now, when he's doing something like this, playing so directly from this guy, he's totally letting white do whatever he wants with this wall. In this case, it was direct this guy away from it so that he can make a bunch of points down there. Black just continues trying to run, which, if at this point you are trying to run, I don't know that the diagonal move is great. Maybe the 1 space jump, so that there's maybe cutting this off. I know this isn't great, but at least, if you were to do something like this, and you get all these stones cut off, at least you're making something here facing white's weakest group on the board. Right now, this is the weakest group on the board. This is somewhere where black's predator eyes could totally be going. It's interesting, it's cool, it's all good things. It is getting pretty late. I'll try to wrap this up shortly. Let's find out. I jumped out because I didn't want to just, yeah, we already have our move tool, be pushing from behind, right? Something like this. This is not my ideal world, especially because I have so much stuff in this area, right? What is the worst thing that happens? Is this, I'm not going to panic about this. I think this is going to go well. I've got a bunch of white stones over here. I've got nearby guys. Even if he wants to play a ladder breaker, that'll be fine. him not so much. I mean, maybe a ladder breaker could be very detrimental to the life of our group up top there. Other things that are going on, other things going on in my 5Q mind, in his 5Q mind. He's just jumping out here. Nothing to say about it. It's fine. It's good. Come up here to make this connection solid right before we had our knight's move connection. This is solid. This is also perhaps coming in here to break through. He forces us to create a more solid connection. The problem with this is now there is this move from white to kill all these stones, which it looked like he was trying to save. It did look like he was trying to save those. He ended up not doing that. And so I did take those. Right, that's the next move. Don't have to even draw it out. It's right there. Black does the sensible thing and pokes through. So now he's making a windy guy in the middle of the board. I imagine he's trying to get these stones that are facing, right, this guy. Because that looks like a good thing to do. Create a wall so that we can get the most out of messing with our weak guy. Because walls are great for attacking, right? Black cuts on this side first, which was interesting. This stone was light. I was so ready to give it up. Sure enough, I did. And then right now, I get to try to claim this as territory. They say don't make territory with influence. But at this point, there's not much else that this influence is going to be doing. Granted, there's already these black stones over here. They have an eye. They are connected to other things. Not exactly going to be launching an attack with these stones, right? We already have captured this, which is that's a big win right there. White comes up, or not white. Black comes up to do this kind of, I guess, disconnection, right? Disconnecting our cornerstone from this guy. Put some pressure on there. Because I claimed kind of the corner while kind of attacking this, which isn't actually in danger. He got to do whatever he wanted. It included this. Right, so first he gets some moves for making shape. I imagine what those are in relation to the stone. And then he jumps into the corner, right? So now he's safe on the side, he can jump into the corner. He makes the corner into very much a thing. And then I just had to do my best to not lose these stones. I didn't want to lose those. I'm going to rush through this. He was, for whatever reason, interested in losing his own stones. Not sure why. And then we have the curious case of the group up top. So I've been mentioning that group here and there. Isn't that group weak? Isn't that group weak? Unfortunately, it has the good old attachment to the 4-4. That gives it a bit of eye space. He pokes in, but it's not enough, right? Someone said at some point that P18, I wonder if they mean right now, would have made a ko. And I'm very interested in what they meant. I think so. Let me see if I can find that. If Black played P18 before it was a ko, I think he means right now. If Black played P15 or P18 right now, because there's this, I'm imagining. I don't know. Maybe not. Wait, what? Maybe he meant after this. I'm really interested in where this is a ko. Oh, I think he means right here. but I'm not sure about that either, because don't we have this same pattern that we saw down here? Is this very false co? I think that's my first read. I thought this was alive enough, so I played away. Whoops, that's not the move from the game. This was the move from the game. It was very much black, admitting that it's alive enough, right? This is white creating two eyes, no problem. Not sure if there was something more severe that black could have done, but this was interesting and not what I expected, because, well, no, it was everything that I wanted, everything that I could have hoped for. This is the point at which black GG's, just because white's got, right, a bunch of territory here, a capture here. He's alive everywhere where he's trying to be, while the only things that black is making for territory are the 2 points down here, the maybe 5-6 point corner, the, what is this, a little more than 10 points here, the, now with this gone, right, maybe 15 point corner, and whatever he gets over here. I think it makes sense. I think black didn't have that much, whereas white did. If we ask the score estimator, it's white up by 25, which is significant. Alright, are there any questions before I learn how to read better? Which is something that everyone tells Q players to do, right? Everyone tells Q players, if you want to get better, just read. Just, you know, do a bunch of life and death. Get better at reading. Work on your reading. Work on your reading. That definitely applies to me. That applies to me 1,000 times over. With that being said, I think this is about it. Whew! Ooh! That is my train wreck of a cast. Ugh, I'm gonna continue working on reading, working on looking at things slowly, calmly, breathing through things. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope, if nothing else, this was entertaining, but if something else, hopefully, you know, a learning experience where you can learn at my rate for whatever good that is. That being said, it's 4:14. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you for stopping by. If you're interested in catching me again, I'll probably do some streaming on Monday at around 2:30 Central, 3:30 EST, noon 30 PST. I think that's about it. Alright, thank you, and goodbye.